everyone, I am here with your astrology for the week of August 28th to September 3rd of 2017. If you're interested in getting a reading on your birth chart, you can go below. You can click the links to my Etsy shop or to my website. But let's get started with the readings for this week. I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun just to help us out with some of the energies that are going on. So we always start with the moon, which rules our moods, our subconscious, and it goes the quickest through the zodiac every 28 days or so. It goes all the way around, so it's quite a quick moving entity. So we start the week, the very beginning of the week, early Monday morning with the moon in Scorpio, and then the moon goes into void at 4:38 a.m. in Central Time, so adjust for your time. All these times will be in Central because that's where I live. And then the moon moves into Sagittarius at 2:48 p.m. So the morning is not a good time to start anything new, any new projects, do things differently. Just go with the flow Monday morning. And then in the afternoon at 2:48, the moon moves into Sagittarius, which is very optimistic, as it says here, type sign. It's a time when most of us are not in the mood to kind of get down to work and do things. We want to have some fun. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to laugh. We're very optimistic. So, you know, it is a good time for getting together with others and being social, doing social type events. Not so good for getting organized, that's for sure. And then it stays in Sagittarius all day Tuesday. Tuesday, we do have the second quarter of the moon at 3:13 a.m. The second quarter is a time when we set our intentions at the new moon. And that second quarter, that's the first time when we are like, okay, here's our intentions. What action do we need to take in order to move things forward? So think about actions you need to take for the intentions you made at the new moon. And then the moon has a void. It's in Sagittarius all day on Wednesday, and then there's a void at 11:42 p.m. Central, and then the moon moves into Capricorn at 3:18 a.m. on Thursday. So Monday evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, good time to get together with people, have some fun, enjoy yourself. And then Capricorn is a very hard-working sign. We have here practicality for moon in Capricorn. So we can see here, associated with work. Get down to work. Thursday. Thursday is when you need to get down to work. So 3:18 a.m. and then it's in practical Capricorn all day Friday. And then there's a void at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. So, and then the moon moves into Aquarius at 3:06 p.m. And where do we have moon in Aquarius here? We seem to have lost our moon in Aquarius. Where are you, moon in Aquarius? Just want to show you what the energy looks like. Aha. No, that's Saturn. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. So independence they have for moon in Aquarius. So we want to do our own thing. We want to do things differently. It's a good time to try out new things. Also a good time for studying things or to learn technology or do things on computers. So if there's anything like that you're looking to do this week, you might want to leave it towards the end of the week on the weekend because it looks like it's the Saturday and Sunday. That's what's going to be going on with the moon. So that's our moon signs for the week. The sun is going from 4 degrees Virgo to 10 degrees Virgo this week. The sun rules our consciousness, our ego, our will, how we want to project ourselves to the world, who we want to be. And so a lot of us are getting a lot more organized and dealing with the day-to-day practicality of things, routines. People who are earth or water signs are probably more comfortable with this than, you know, fire and air signs. But for all of us, it's a good time to get organized. You know, a lot of us are, you know, a lot of people are going back to school or getting ready to get the kids to go back to school. So it's a good time to get organized. There aren't any major aspects this week with the sun. So we're just gonna find the sun here. In Virgo, it's associated with health. So this is also a good time to think about our routines as far as health, like our diet, our exercise routines, what we do to take care of ourselves. Mercury, though, is pretty busy this week. So Mercury is the planet that has to do with communication, travel, short-term travel especially, has to do with how we think and how we communicate with the world. Mercury is in a retrograde phase right now, and when Mercury is in retrograde, it's a good time to redo and relook at things, not really to start things, but maybe revise things and look things over. He is at 2 degrees Virgo, and he moves to 28 degrees Leo So he goes backwards into Leo this week, and he goes into Leo at 10:28 a.m. on Thursday. So I'm going to find our Mercury in Virgo. So it starts off the week in Virgo, which has caution here. So Mercury in Virgo is quite cautious, thinks about things, thinks before they speak, talks about things, tries to organize things. And it's going to move back into Leo, which is supposed to do with drama. So it become a lot more expressive as the week goes on. So Mercury has a conjunction, or pardon me, let me start earlier in the week. Mercury has a trine with Juno, the asteroid that's in charge of our partnerships, our relationships, marriage, on Monday. So that's a really good opportunity for us to talk to our partners, especially about our routines, practical things, things we need to do to get organized. So it's a really good day for that. And then on Thursday, Thursday moves into Leo, so become a little more dramatic. And then Sunday, what we have is a conjunction with Mars on that day, which makes us more impulsive, more likely to just say things. So avoid getting into arguments with people. But we're very expressive and we really want to communicate with others. And we'll be very persuasive, or people will try to persuade us on that day. We also have a trine with Uranus, which is the planet that's in charge of sudden unexpected insights and inspiration, but also changes and excitement. So there might be some exciting news coming your way, or some dramatic news that comes to you on Sunday. So that is Mercury. Venus is going from 2 to 9 degrees of Leo. So let's find her in these cards here. Where is she here? They associate with her with affair. Dun, dun, dun. This does not mean that you will have an affair. It just means that it has the energy of romance and sexuality and very dramatic kind of love romance. So we want to be catered to when Venus is in Leo. We want people to worship us. If you are like me and you have a Venus in Leo, you can be, dramatic in love and very demonstrative. So it has that kind of energy. Venus is not making any major aspects this week either. Mars is going from 24 to 28 degrees of Leo. He's very comfortable in Leo because it's a fiery sign, and Mars rules our desires. It rules our sense of competition. It rules our, if you have an athletic side, it definitely rules that. It has to do with our aggressiveness as well. So it's quite comfortable in Leo, which I love this picture, chicken with a guy's head. It's all about egotism. So we might be very big on our ego and wanting to push ourselves forward during that time. And he has a trine with Uranus on Sunday, which really gets us to really drive for the future. We can really move ourselves forward. We can make a big step towards things on Sunday. So Sunday is a very active, very busy day. And then we have Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter moves fairly slowly, so this hasn't really changed. Where is that here? Come on. No, it's towards the back here. Yeah, has to do with negotiation, has to do with working with others. Jupiter is all about expansion and growth and what comes to us easily. And we can expand and grow, and things will come to us easiest if we get along with others and we work in partnership with others. He has a sextile with Saturn, which is the planet in charge of hard work, dedication, organization, responsibility, all those boring things, but those things that really push us forward. He's got a sextile, which is a aspect that is quite good throughout the week, and so it's marrying our ability to be optimistic with our ability to be organized. So it's a good time to kind of be organized, move forward, grow, and especially because Saturn is moving forward this week, it's a good time for that. Jupiter also has a square with Ceres, which is the asteroid in charge of nutrition and agriculture and food and mothering. So we may feel like the day-to-day things like that, the food we eat and mothering others and stuff is getting in the way of the other things that we need to do. So we have to be able to find a way to kind of organize our time so we can use both. So that's the challenge this week. Saturn's at 21 degrees of Sagittarius, and he moves forward on September 1st. So he's stationing, meaning he appears to stand still in the sky, and then he'll start moving forward again. So where we may have been feeling a bit stuck in getting things organized, we're going to start to feel like we're moving forward with things again. So some of the energy is going to clear up as the weeks go forward, and definitely into September. All this stuff where we felt a little bit stuck, we're going to start to feel like we're moving forward again in September. Uranus not doing much. Neptune's at 13 to 12 degrees of Pisces, which he's his home sign, so he's very, very happy there. He's in retrograde as well. So it's a time when we feel like there's a lot of illusions that are coming. There's a lot of secrets being uncovered, illusions being uncovered, things that maybe we don't want to see that are being uncovered during this time. And he has a sextile with Athena, Pallas Athena, all week, which is in Taurus. So there's opportunities for us to organize our spiritual life. There's opportunities for us to sit down and strategize in practical ways what we want to do with our spirituality and how we can manage that. If you hear noises, that's my stepkids, so just ignore that. Not a lot going on with the asteroids this week. Pluto's not really doing anything. The only thing that's going on, other than what I mentioned, is that Ceres has a sextile all week with Vesta, which is the asteroid in charge of our home environment and also our spirituality to a certain extent. Whereas Neptune's more about like dreams, intuition, the subconscious in some ways. Vesta's more about the practical day-to-day sort of what is your spiritual practice. So how are we nurturing our spiritual practice? There's opportunities for us to really look at the day-to-day things to nurture our spiritual practice. So good time to think about that and getting that organized this week. So that's what I'm seeing for this week as far as the astrology goes. Let me know what what you think. How was the eclipse for you? I know it kind of was like hit a lot of people really hard last week. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.